Jody and Brendan here with Oregon E-Bikes, and today we're going to give you a Scott eMTB 101 with Brendan here as my tech guru. These two bikes, the Strike E-Ride 920 and the Strike E-Ride 910, will be our guinea pigs, but really we're asking the question, what do you get with these different model numbers that you may be familiar with Scott? They all start with a 9, which that'll be my first question of what that indicates. But we have 900, 910, 920, 930. Bugs, let's start with that 9. Why did they pick 900 as the first number?
Yeah, good question, Jody. The 9 indicates a 29er wheel size. On the analog side of bikes or acoustic side, Scott also makes a 7 series of bikes, which would be a 27.5. But in the e-bike land, for the most part, strictly 29er indicates the 9.
And my understanding is that actually Scott has a cool feature called a flip chip where you can, on many of these 29er bikes, actually run a 27.5 wheel set if you choose to.
Totally, yeah. So the flip chip right here, you can flip that upside down and then put a 27.5 wheel size on there. Or if you want to, we've got a few clients that have done it, run a Mullet, so a little bit smaller tire in the back, quickens up the handling in the rear.
The ever popular Mullet.
Oh my God.
I like it. And then we see 900, we see a larger price point with something like a 900, 910 versus 920, 930. What are the differences there? Does it have to do with the motor and the battery, or what does that indicate to me as a buyer?
For sure. So in Scotland, typically when you graduate from 920 to 910 and above, which would be a 900, you go to a carbon frame. Typically there's a bump in componentry overall, suspension, gears in the back, that kind of stuff. Some of the traits we do see across like 900, 910, 920, 930, and even like the new Aspect 940, we're gonna have an awesome Bosch Power 2 battery system as well as the Bosch Performance CX. So we do have some similarities, but just an overall upgrade. That's not to sell like a 920 short. This is a killer value bike, same with the 930.
And overall upgrade basically means components.
Yeah.
Motor and battery, drivetrain, or drivetrain as far as the motor and battery go.
Yes.
Those are gonna be the same across the Scott eMTB lineup?
Correct.
Cool. Are there any exceptions to that rule in the 2022 lineup?
The Aspect 940 does have the Bosch Performance, but not the CX motor.
And that's a hardtail.
Great bike.
And then the new Patron, highly anticipated, that we might see later this year, later this summer, that comes with the new Bosch Smart System. So 750 watt-hour battery,
yep.
And a little bit of other features as far as controls go too.
Yeah, that new kiosk display, but that's its own like family, which is really neat. But these bikes with the Gen 4 Performance CX can still do like display upgrades. You can upgrade to Nyan, that kind of stuff, more like Lego pieces.
I love it. Well, the Strike is one of my faves. This 920 is looking gorgeous. If you want to save a little cash, that's where you'd see the 920, 930 probably play into your interest. If you want to go for that upper component set, maybe a little bit of weight savings too with some of the carbon components and a little bit of the carbon frame, the 900 and 910 will be where you'll focus your search. But any way you go, the Scott 2022 eMTBs are going to be a blast.